Oh yeah, I'm doing another one.
近づいて手を伸ばした明日へと続く光足元に広がるこの世界の夢を
Hello again, YouTube. Yes, that was me in the beginning there. That's kind of how I'm going to run all of my character deck videos from now on. I'm going to have a little bit of an intro that's kind of fun to the character. Unfortunately, I don't have a Yuma cosplay or anything that would work really, but I knew Yuma is kind of like this fun guy and like, yeah! And I thought, that would maybe work. So, anyway, I read all of your comments. I checked out all of my views of the video, and thank you, all of you. I reached 2,000 views. That is the most views on any video on my channel. Hopefully, with all of that, I can accumulate more subscribers, so that way you guys can check out more deck videos and art videos and me singing and all of that. And yeah, but I'm getting a little too ahead of myself here. Anyway, I did revise the deck, thanks to you guys' comments and also the new booster pack. I will be revising it again next month when Order of Chaos comes out, and if you guys are interested, I'll post a deck video of that as well. So, without further ado, again, this is my Yuma deck. It's centered around Yuma's main strategy, which is pretty much exceeding for the numbers or anything like that. So, without further ado, I'm not going to waste too much time. Let's get started. So to start, we have Yuma's monsters, and I did read some of your comments on that, and I also checked out the booster pack of Photon Shockwave, and I did a little bit of editing around, and this is what I came up with. I have one Achacha Archer. I'm sorry about how it looks here, but this is about the best I can do at this point. He's really good. Summon him, inflict 500 damage. He's a nice, good start for my starting hand. Though later on in the game, he's not quite as great. Next up, 2 Acorno, because I have a level 1 Exceed in the extra deck, and I thought this would probably be a good way of special summoning and getting enough stuff to Exceed for it. Discard Pinecono and you can special summon him, and then due to Pinecono's effect, you can special summon him as well. And then there's another level 1 I have in here, and if not, I always have the next guy here, which is 3 Gagaga Magicians. If you don't know the effect, you should probably pay attention because of the new booster pack as well, Order of Chaos. But anyway, the effect is, once per turn, you can select this monster and change its level to either level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 for the remainder of the turn. And he cannot be used as a synchro material monster. Again, being really specific about exceeding in that. He's very good, especially in certain situations where I want to bring out a certain exceed from my deck. Next up, we have 2 Ganbara Knight. He's a great defensive card. Basically has the same effect as Black Stego, which is when he's selected as an attack target, you can switch him to defense. 0 attack, but 1800 defense, so it really throws your opponent off if they're not reading the cards. Next up, 3 Goblinbergs. He's awesome, especially for Yuma, because basically I summon him, and let's say I got another level 4, I'm going to special summon that with him, turn him to defense, and then I overlay into one of my rank 4s. Next up, we have 3 Go-Go-Go Golems. They're an awesome beater, and if not, if I still have him face up on the field, I can turn him to defense if I'm in a real pinch. Yep. 2 Kage Tokage. This is an awesome card. The downside is, of course, you cannot normal summon or set him, but if you normal summon a level 4 monster, you can special summon him from your hand. So it's kind of like Goblinberg, but almost better, in some cases, because you don't necessarily need Goblinberg, just another level 4. And then of course you can't use him as a synchro material. Again, being very specific about the exceeding. 2 Pine Kono. Of course, because of Acorno, I need to have Pine Kono in here. 2 Rai Rider. He is a great level 3. If I'm going up against defensive decks, he's a nice card because I can just slam into my opponent's monster and prevent it from attacking or anything like that. 1 Stinging Swordsman. This is the other level 1 I have in the deck. Can't think of any other good level 1s that Yuma uses that I could probably throw in here. But he's pretty good. If I have him inflict damage, I can return all face-up cards my opponent controls in their spell and trap card zone and bring them back to the hand. So, very nice. And to finish it off, I have 2 Zubaba Knights, because he's a great level 3 beat stick to start out with, and he's really good about going against those wall monsters that you sometimes encounter in the game. Next up, for the spell lineup, we have 2 A-Traffic Controls. This is a very nice card. I'm seeing a lot of play of this now. It's a continuous spell, and basically if your opponent controls 3 or more monsters on their side of the field, they cannot declare an attack. So imagine that against Samurai and Black Feather and all these swarm decks out there, and you can basically lock your opponent down, unless of course they destroy it, then you're in some trouble. Next up we got 2 Blustering Winds. Basically, you have a monster on the field, you play this, you can have it gain 1,000 attack until your next standby phase. So even during your opponent's turn, it will still have that 1,000-point boost. It's really nice, especially with Go-Go-Go Golem and Zubaba Knight, because basically I have either a 2,600 monster or a 2,800 monster just sitting there wondering, what you gonna do? And it's kind of nice in the first hand, of course, because then you can take down big threats. 1 Dark Hole, obviously a staple, so that way I can get rid of monsters. 1 Double or Nothing. I had multiple copies of this, and I realized I don't really need multiples, but I wanted to keep 1 at least because of number 39's effect, so that way I could do some even more damage to my opponent. 1 Ego Boost. Basically, it's a quick play that you can play that lets one of your monsters gain 1,000 attack. It's really nice, especially with when you get rid of your Blustering Winds and you have a weak monster going up against a bigger monster. And 1,000 points, that's a nice power boost. Heavy Storm, obviously a staple to get rid of spells and traps. Monster Reborn, staple, so that way I can get back monsters. MST, staple to get rid of back rows. 1, of course, I don't know if I really need more. 1 Rhoda, there's a lot of warriors in this deck, so I use it to search out. 1 Swords Revealing Light, of course, it's kind of a staple in any character deck now because it fends off opponent attacks. 1 Thundershort, I took the recommendation of one of the users in the comment, basically telling me that I should probably just run none of these, but I thought, I like the damage that is dealt with Thundershort, because a lot of people swarm, and yeah. And then of course 2 Wonder Wand. I thought 3 would be a little much, so I thought 2 would be alright. Alright, finishing off the main deck, we have the traps, which is 1 Bottomless Trap Hole. Again, I should probably point this out too. I only have 1 copy of all of the traps in this. So, yeah. So Bottomless Trap Hole, staple to get rid of big threats. Call the Haunted, staple to bring back monsters. Damage Diet. This is really nice because I can well, I should probably read the effect if you don't know it. Basically, if you're going to take any damage, you half it. And then if you're going to take any effect damage, and this is in your grave, you can banish it so that way you don't take effect damage. However, if you activated this and sent it to the grave, you can't banish it in the same turn. That's the only downside, but it's really nice. Dust Tornado, staple to get rid of back row. Heartfelt Appeal. I haven't really gotten a chance to use this in this deck, but basically, if my opponent declares a direct attack, I can activate this and take control of their strongest defense monster until the end of my next turn. And it can't attack or be used as its effects are negated and it can't declare an attack, but then again, exceeding with level 4s or level 3s, very nice and very handy. Mirror Force, staple in any character deck. If you don't know already, you should know now. Mirror Mail, this is awesome because it's a proxy Honest, because it makes your monster that's being attacked by an opponent's monster gain enough attack points to equal that monster. So you're facing a Blue Eyes White Dragon with a Stinging Swordsman, which has 300 attack. You play this, your Stinging Swordsman now has 3,000 attack points, and both monsters are destroyed. Awesome card. And to finish off, 7 tools, because, you know, there's a lot of trap cards out there, and I want to have some negation. And finally, to finish off Yuma's deck, we have the Extra deck, which is very small, but it will grow eventually. 1 baby Trigon, because he's cute. No, there's more to it. He used it in the show. He's starting to use it a little bit more now in the... He's alright. Haven't gotten a whole lot of chances to use him now. When I first added him to the deck, I was exceeding him like crazy, but now it's kind of slowed down a bit. So, 1 revised dragon. If I could get more tins, which I don't have the money for, then yeah, I would totally do it. But as of now, just 1. He's still good. 1 number 34 Terrorbite. Haven't gotten a lot of chances to use him either, because a lot of people just destroy all of my monsters before I can get 3 level 3s out there. But he's really good when I get the chance to use him. And to finish it off, of course, 2 of Yuma's signature monster, number 39, Utopia. No, I'm going to call him Aspiring Emperor Hope, because that's so much cooler. Really good, probably the most useful card in the deck. Lot of removing of materials to negate, lot of high-powered attacks to give me wins. So now we've reached the end of the video. I thank you all for all of the comments that you had in the previous one, and I hope that you will all comment on this one now, because I am looking for recommendations on this, because I haven't won many duels with this deck. I've maybe won 1 duel, but that's it. So yeah, I would like a lot of recommendations on this, a lot of good ones. Remember, I don't want to make it card for card, and I want to make it at least somewhat competitive, so that way it can go up against the top tier decks out there. So, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and tune in to my channel, because I will have more character deck videos coming up in the weeks. The next video will be of my Yugi deck, which is still in the works, but is looking very good. So, ta-ta!